So this last weekend was EVO 2024, and with it came some extensive 2XKO news via some lengthy dev panels, behind-the-scenes interviews, and even some post-EVO details that have since come out. Also, as some of you may have already seen, I myself was on location for the event, but we'll get to that a little later. First and foremost, jumping right into the news. The bulk of the new info came during numerous 2XKO live streams, mainly one where Tom Cannon and Sean Rivera took the stage for a pretty lengthy segment, discussing some familiar things like champion design philosophy, esports, and netcode, but also diving into new details and talking points such as confirming, of course, that the game will have skins available for purchase, and it will be starting with a battle pass that will in fact be purchasable during the game's upcoming Alpha Lab playtest. So there you go, the worst kept secret is finally out of the bag, but alongside this came a surprise showcase of the very first skin to be shown off, which was Dynasty Ahri. It's unsurprisingly an existing skin from League of Legends, so I think that means that we are likely to see many of the popular existing skin lines to also carry over here in the future. But Sean also details that skins in 2XKO will bring a full suite of 9 different chroma color combinations with them, including new particle effect colors as well. And he even details the idea of having even more colors that can be unlocked by meeting certain criteria of mastery with said character. Personally, I'm super glad to hear that last bit of potentially earning more colors. It could be a fun way to encourage people to grind out and play with their favorite champion outside of just the typical ranked grind that most fighting games have. Curious to hear more about how all this will work, but it sounds like we'll be finding out more shortly when the Alpha Lab starts. Moving right along, Sean also discussed that Katarina will in fact not be part of the base roster for the game. She was of course shown off in a very early state way back when, but Sean gets into detail about how she was sort of used as a test dummy champion for quite some time, and they're still ironing out where she needs to be to actually be added to 2XKO. So not in at launch, but should be there sometime later down the line. Along that same line, Jinx was also finally mentioned again for the first time in quite a while. However, the devs also feel that she is not quite where she needs to be as of yet, so they won't be showing her off for a while either. But I will say, the way everything was phrased here seems that unlike Cat, Jinx will likely be ready to go by the time the game is fully released. So not DLC for this one, she should be there for the base roster. Next up, Tom Cannon got a little bit more into confirming that yes, the game will have an anti-cheat. He didn't mention Vanguard by name at the time, but it was later confirmed via a VG 24/7 interview, this time with Tony Cannon, that yes, indeed, 2XKO will be using Vanguard, which I think many of us already assumed it would, but here is that official confirmation. Check out the full interview in the description for more info, and while you're down there, you can also check out a series of other interviews from .esports with Sean Rivera about things like how champions they pick are chosen, and even how 2XKO got its official name. A few more things from the 2XKO live stream that was aired over the weekend. There were numerous game tutorials showcased, including an overall how to play guide hosted by Pat the Flip and Jules, champion guides by their respective champion designers, and a guest host such as an Alawi guide by Caroline featuring Diaphone, a Braum guide by Steve featuring Rooflemonger, and a Yasuo guide by Marlin Pie featuring Boxbox. There was also some high-level dev gameplay, and yes, even a featured guest spot for duos with a dev, which I was very fortunate to have been a part of myself. This marks my second time being on a Riot stage at EVO, the last time at EVO 2023 being a right place at the right time type deal, but this time I was indeed invited directly from Riot themselves, so huge thanks to Riot for the invite. It was a fantastic experience once again to play the game live with some amazing people. And on top of that, I was able to get on a recording station for some more hands-on time with the game, and got a lot more footage that I should be able to show off sometime very soon. But for now, I just had to say I had an absolute blast, and it was so great to meet so many cool people on the dev team and getting the look behind the curtain just a little bit. Thank you guys so much. Seriously, I mean that a lot. But with that, I'll finally close this one out with some more big info. It looks like those Alpha Lab playtests have in fact started to go out, as teased by this official Twitter post. So again, if you haven't already, go and sign up for that playtest now. It's just around the corner, starting on August the 8th. If you are interested in watching me live, I do plan on streaming on Twitch during the Alpha Lab test. We're getting so very close at this point, everyone, it's time to start counting down the days. But that's all I've got for now. Thank you all so very much as always for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.